Hello everyone, Good here, and welcome to yet another Fun Friday. Sorry if last week's Fan Friday was a bit somber. I mean, I kind of explained why I had to do what I did, but you understand now that, you know, how the Fan Fridays work now and why sometimes they might be sporadic. Anyway, you might be seeing now, me. Well, that is simply because it's time for a Q&A session this period. This millennia. Anyway, so you guys have, it's taking, I'm going to make things sound bad, but it's taking a little while, guys, but we did get a series of 3 questions here that I have, so we can do a Q&A session, and I plan to do exactly that. So, first up on the list, The Vendrid has asked, what do you think of ROM hacks, and have you played any? This is before YouTube times, me personally playing before YouTube times with ROM hacks and whatnot. I played a little bit of ROM hacks, but sometimes they're a little hard to get to work or to get implemented. I realize there's tools to get them added in, to get them put into the proper games and all that jazz. I think ROM hacks are pretty cool ideas because they put a new spin on something that's been washed, recycled, thrown through a tumble dry, shown to the backyard, rolled around in, and you get the point. I'm saying that they're kind of through games that have been done over and over again. It breathes a new breath of life into it, and makes it interesting again. I won't name names, but I've actually got plans to do a ROM hack of some kind in the future on this channel, so if that has any weight on your question or what answer you're looking for, there you go. There's plans to do one in the future. Now, another question here, and unfortunately I forgot to write down the name, but somebody did ask me, hey, what is your amiibo collection looking like? And could you show us your amiibos quick? Yes, well, no problem. I mean, I've showed off the 3. These guys, son of a bitch. You need to hold the base, dude. Professionalism at its finest. I guess there's technically 4 questions, I just can't count, but yeah, Mario, Green Mario, Lonk, and Kirby. I've had those 3, I showed those off during the Let's Play Amiibo video a while ago. This will make more work for me, but I guess me in the future, you get to put an annotation link on link, I guess, that will say, go here to watch the Let's Play Amiibo thing. Basically, just explains how Amiibo work and what functions they serve in all variations of games you can put them in. But now that the veterans are done, by the way, I should date stamp this recording, by the way. It is the 7th when I'm recording this, so this is going to be, you guys are going to get this on the 13th, or the day everything Nintendo goes live for the first quarter. The new 3DS, all the new Amiibos, all that stuff, so I'm going to be a little bit behind again, but let's go through what we got here. So, I did pick up a Donkey Kong. Strong Kong, Long Dong. Jokes from Puddle Plains, everyone. I picked up a Mario. I don't know, it was just kind of more or less an impulse buy. I wasn't really planning on getting Mario, but there are so many of these guys, so many of Mario, that, it's kind of like, why don't you have Mario at this point? Next up, got myself a little bit of Bowser. Now, I have said on Twitter and various sites, and people that I talk to are probably sick of me talking about this guy, but this thing is heavy. Well, like, you can see the size of it. Let me pull up Kirby for comparison's sake. You can see the sheer size of Bowser in comparison to Kirby. There's a lot of plastic in this guy, and he weighs pretty close to a frickin' pound. And the last one up, I actually bought this on a whim because, and I guess this is a lesson to you guys as well, I actually went to my local used game store to, try and find some of those games for Fan Fridays that were suggested, but I can't do because I simply don't have it. You probably just saw the amiibo pop up out of the corner. But I did find a Yoshi amiibo. I should probably hold it so it's like legit. But I did find a Yoshi amiibo, and actually got it for $9 comparatively to where it's like 13 everywhere else you go. So I guess the lesson in all that is check your used video game stores. Sometimes they'll have sometimes they'll have amiibos. Common ones probably, but they'll have amiibos. Just check them out. Just check out your local used game store every now and again. You'll get something. And now the amiibo showcase is over. I don't know why, I just felt like putting Bowser on my shoulder. Not gonna work though. Sorry. I just finished eating dinner, so I'm gonna be doing that a lot. Next question comes from Piggy Mike. And this is just a general curiosity question. What games have you been playing? Actually, at the time you were asking your question, it was probably a bit different. I believe at the time you asked your question, I was probably playing a lot of Captain Toad, and that was about it. Otherwise, I was working on stuff in all my free time. But as of recent, I've been kind of juggling a lot of games around, a lot of games that are popular and a lot of games that I'm doing for Let's Plays in the future. Which is weird that I'm actually playing a game before I actually LP it, but I can show one of the games at least. Nah, that's all it's right there. I've been playing a lot of Mario Kart 8 recently in my spare time. It's actually been really fun. I've actually been running around, like, I've been doing like the optimal speed setup, you know, with slick tires and heavy, high speed car with no traction and all that jazz. But I've been doing it with like featherweight characters like Koopa Troopa and Shy Guy, which it's still fun. Like it's weird because it feels fair to me because like, well, yeah, I'm using the primo setup, but I'm also not being a dick about it by using a lightweight character. That way I'm still able to be caught if I get ahead, but I'm also not dragging behind because I'm a lightweight character. Outside of that, I've actually been playing, well, all three of them. I've been playing all three of the Shantae games in my spare time. The original Shantae, I haven't touched as much because it doesn't feel as polished as the other two in the series. So admittedly, I've kind of set that down and let it kind of die in a corner. Sorry, way forward. I love you, but technology has gotten old. But I did spend the time to play. I played Shantae Risky's Revenge, and I also have played Shantae and the Pirate's Curse. And outside of that, let's see, and anything else outside of that could possibly be done video game wise, I've probably been playing a lot of pre-sequel with Lucky and Tamal just in our spare time, just to goof around. We're basically messing around doing another playthrough where Lucky and Tamal are playing as the new DLC characters, the Baroness, Hammerlock's sister, and Jack's body double. And then I'm playing as Claptrap, and because the Baroness is focused around sniping all jazz, Lucky hates that I'm there. And the only warning I give him is, "Hey, I'm helping again." Because that's Claptrap in a nutshell. I think that is everything I've been doing. I mean, I've been playing Smash Brothers here and there just to hang out with friends and play Smash Brothers. But who hasn't been playing Smash Brothers? Although, I did learn the other night that Fox actually is kind of fun to play again. Because I mean, I didn't like it in Melee because he felt too heavy and all this jazz. Even though he was like the prime candidate for best character in Smash for 2 games running. But then I played him again in Smash for Wii U and 3DS, and I found out that it is actually super easy to hit his down B shield shine spark, as like the competitive players have been calling it. So, as weird as it might sound, I think my lineup might be moving kind of backwards in time back to N64 Smash Brothers, because I mean, I love playing as Donkey Kong, I love playing as Fox, Lucina is probably still going to be my main unless I get really good with Fox suddenly. And yeah, so I've pretty much regressed in my lineup instead of move forward with new characters. And this last question I've got here today comes from Steve the Reaper, also known as Steve the Blue Pikmin. Again, that's his story why he changed it. I'm not going to question it. You probably shouldn't either. Steve's question here is, what made you start Let's Playing? You know, that's actually a pretty good question. I never have sat and just thought of it, what made me start. I think I actually should make a video on this, you know, what's happened throughout my, what's happened while I've been on YouTube, describe my life that way. Draw my life par deuce, possibly. But what made me start Let's Playing? I think what probably happened was Google Video had just come out. Okay, context. We're talking about 2006, so 10 years ago plus. Google Video just came out, and I was playing something. I have no idea what I was playing. I could not tell you for the life of me what it was. Maybe I was just surfing the internet. Good chance I was surfing the internet, and then I saw a video and I was like, oh, I wonder if there's video game videos, and I typed video game walkthrough or something like that. And I think I actually came across H.C. Bailey first, shortly followed by Proton John. I got to that point and I was watching, just like, this is amazing, this is actually fun. And I would have spent, God, keep in mind, I was in the process of, if not already, having graduated high school, so I had lots of time. But I was probably spending close to 10 hours a day watching these videos and re-watching them countless times because I was addicted. And I guess somewhere along the way, Deceased Crab came into the mix. But I found this new medium of, everybody playing these games that were popular or not popular, showing their tips and strategies and things. And actually, that's where I came to find out about ROM hacks in the first place, if you believe it. We're doing a callback to the first question. And then I kept watching, and I kept seeing videos from these people like, hey, here's what programs I use to record and edit. And I took notes, and one day, some kind of spark happened where I was just like, I want to try this. I really want to try this. Keep in mind, this was about 8 years ago, when my confidence level was about as high as a 3DS cartridge. But something was just like, I gotta do it. So I sat down, and with a, let's see, well, not the exact same headset, but with a headset like this, propped up, well, actually no, I was probably wearing it like this. Wearing a headset really muffles your hearing, by the way. Wearing it like this, and having the microphone like this, or something silly like that, like right up in my mouth. I just sat down, started playing a game, Kiwi Craze. First video on the channel if you want to go find it, by the way, if you're curious. And I did it just as a, hey, I'm trying out this thing and see if it works. And I did it, and something in that video, when I went back, I watched it, I edited it, and I put it online, something in that video just came forth, and I don't know how to describe it. It was just kind of like, no, I can see myself doing this, like doing this a lot. And then it just evolved from there. I started doing kind of everything. I did Kuroshi because I saw Deceased Crab play it, and then I did a little bit of TF2 stuff, Artie Lightfoot, and everything is history from there on out. And now that I actually think about it, the original Artie Lightfoot project is gone. It's banished to the Shadow Realm, as I will say. And I will not see it at all. And you guys won't either, because I did not keep copies of it. YouTube did not keep copies of it. that old Let's Play from like 2008, 2009 is washed off the face of the planet. It does not exist at all. Well, yeah, that's the end of the questions. I know with the last question I didn't answer very thoroughly. What made you start Let's Playing? It was kind of that emotion of just like, I can't really explain it. It just happened. So, now we got that all wrapped up. I cannot close out a video. I cannot close out a Q&A video. I think I had this exact same situation last time when I did it. Anyway, everyone, thank you all so much for your questions for this Q&A video. Remember, you can always ask any questions you like. I'll answer them to the best of my abilities. Within the realm of if it's related to what I do around here. Sorry, I gotta draw a line in the sand somewhere. But also, I will also tell you guys that if you are suggesting questions, you should probably put something on there that says do this for Q&A, or just some kind of little connotation that says do this for Q&A, because I'll be dumb and I'll answer that question in the comments and I won't think about it again. But, being that this is Fan Friday, I also do play games that you guys suggest. So, if you want to see a certain game that you enjoyed, or if there's a certain game that you can find that you want to see me play on here, on this segment, leave it in the comment section down below. All requests are done on a first-come, first-served basis, except for the fact if I don't own the game. I just did a little jivey head bop there. If I don't own the game, I'll put it on a list of I need to buy these games so I can continue this series. But as I said last Friday, if I run out of Fan Friday titles, that's it. The series will go into a temporary hiatus until something else comes up for Fan Friday. It's nothing against you guys. It's just, after 2 years of doing it, not everybody can provide a new title every single day and hope that I have it. So anyway, you got your mission, you got a game, put it down there, you got a question, put it down there in the comments. Thank you all so much for your time today, and I will see you next week for another user suggested title. Take care, everyone.